Namaskar, Adab, Shasrekal और Khushamdeed. Very good evening to all of you people. This is your master teacher Harsh PM, who is going to talk about that how you can pursue engineering at Stanford University. And in this video, I'm not going to talk only about engineering. Rather, there are 10 different schools in Stanford University, and those 10 different segments or those 10 different career streams you can choose while going to Stanford. And also, I would be talking about that how easy it would be or how difficult it would be to get into Stanford, being an Indian student, and at the same time, most of you might be from a middle class family, from a humble family. So, a person who is from a very humble background, whether he or she can dream of going to Stanford or not, I will be telling you in this video. So let's get started with this, and I'll be telling a lot of useful information in this video, and hence I request you kindly subscribe to the channel so that you keep on getting these beautiful videos in your recommendation. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I have already done 2 videos of this similar genre. First is about Princeton University, that how you can do engineering at Princeton University, and that too they are offering huge amount of scholarship. Second video I have done on engineering at Harvard University. Here also they are giving a lot of tuition fees waiver, and the same goes for Stanford University also, because here also in fact most of those colleges who are big names, who are very famous colleges, the world's best colleges, they do not differentiate students based on their financial background, and hence they commit themselves that they would be admitting students who are capable enough, intelligent enough to be admitted, but they lack financial background. So there the college administration comes in, their own funds comes in, and they help the student to pursue their education. Okay, so the same happens here at Stanford also. Now let me tell you the details about Stanford University. So basically, Stanford University is in the state of California on the western coast of USA. It was established in 1885, very long back. Started in 1891. It has got a 8,180 acres of campus. Can you just imagine that? 8,180 acres of campus. Has more than 600 buildings. 36 Nobel laureates has come out of this college, and in fact many more notable figures also. I'll show you in this video only. It has got a QS World ranking of 6 across the globe. It has got an international student percentage of 25%. And overall, it has got 7 different schools where you can pursue your degree. So the first school being a business school where you can pursue a master's, BBA, something of that sort. Then is an engineering school, then humanities and sciences, law school, medicine school, Doer School of Sustainability, and Graduate School of Education. All these schools are there in Stanford. Now moving forward, Stanford has got a QS World ranking of second in the entire in the entire world in the segment of engineering. Now, there are 10 departmental and 6 interdepartmental major programs in engineering. So these 10 departmental programs are computer science, electrical, aeronautics and astronautics, bioengineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, environmental system engineering, management science and engineering. There are from material science and engineering, and then mechanical engineering. All these fields are there, and then there are some interdepartmental programs as well, like architectural design, atmosphere and energy, biochemical engineering, biomedical computation, engineering physics, product designing, and engineering physics. Fine. Now moving forward, why Stanford is so different? Why Stanford is so wow? What makes it different? So basically, world-class faculty is there undoubtedly. Research facilities are pretty great. They have residential campuses. Campus is very big, 8,000 acres. You can just imagine 8,000 acres is so huge. It's more than a town, more than a city. Thereafter, Stanford brand name itself works a lot, because once you show someone that you are from Stanford, then that's a very big thing, isn't it? Thereafter, moving for known for its culture and of entrepreneurship and a network of notable alumni across the globe. And those notable alumni are Tiger Woods, Mukesh Ambani, he himself is from Stanford. Rishi Sunak, you would have heard this name. Rishi Sunak was an ex-Prime Minister of Britain. He is an Indian-born person. He is the son-in-law of Infosys chairman Mr. Narayan Murthy. Jennifer Connelly, and then Sundar Pichai, Elon Musk, they all are from this Stanford University only. So you would have got this fair idea that this university is a big name, isn't it? Now moving forward, how hard it could be to get into Stanford. So it could be very hard. Now, Total applicants in this college for the year 2024 were 57,000 around, out of which 2,000 got admission. So that makes an admission percentage of around 3.6%. Although Stanford has not given this data that how many international students were admitted and how many domestic means the US citizens were admitted. So based on that, we won't be able to get that how hard it would be for an international applicant. But assuming that Harvard and Princeton, they do have a selection percentage of somewhere around 1.8, 1.9%. So this will also have somewhere around 1.5 to 2% acceptance rate. Now moving forward, what do you need to get into Stanford? So first you need to complete your 12th grade, then you need your academic transcripts, everything verified. Thereafter, you need to show your English proficiency language test. So that is IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, PT, whatever. Now thereafter, you need a SAT or ACT score with which your efficiency or your competency would be proved. Now, how much scores you would be needing in this? So if you go for SAT scores, this is ranged out of 1400 to 400 to 1600. Here you would be needing 740 in the reading and writing section, that is English, and 770 minimum in mathematics. That makes a total of around 1510, something of that sort. So 1510 to something around 1580. 1510 to 1580 is something which is required out of 1600. Fine. In ACT scores, if you appear for ACT examination, SAT is a scholastic aptitude test, ACT is American college testing. Both of them are used for admission process only. You can appear for either one of them. You don't need to appear for both of them. Here in 1 to 36 band, you need to score something around 34 to 35 out of 36 so that you get selected. Fine. Next is compelling essays. So basically you need to write essays that why you should be why you should be allowed to join Stanford, what makes you different, why you want to get into the this field of engineering or whatever field you are choosing. So those type of questions they would be asking, and they would be expecting a good essay explaining your motto, your motive, your overall fundamental idea, each and everything, because through these essays they would be knowing your personality, and that is why these essays are very, very important, very important. Fine. Now moving forward, recommendations. Recommendations again works pretty well. So here you need at least 2 letter of recommendation. Recommendation from some of your teachers, some of the notable personalities, something of that sort, who should be competent enough and having a reputed status in the society. They should recommend you. Fine. Now moving forward, restrictive early action is November 1st. Regular decision is January 5th. So these are the 2 deadlines. If you have to appear for the early action, so that you should get whatever mistakes you have done and whether you will be enrolled or not, then you should apply by November 1st, and regular decision comes by January 5. Thereafter, what is the tuition fees and what are the other expenses for studying at Stanford? So around 40 to 50 lakh rupees is the expense that is required while you are studying in Stanford. This is per year. Campus housing, if you stay in the campus, which most of the student does, 13 to 15 lakh rupees per annum. And then the food expenses are around 7 to 8 lakh rupees per annum. So that makes a minimum of 60 lakh rupees per annum, and it can go up to like 70 or 75 lakh rupees per annum. So now with this figure, you would be very easily be able to understand that it's practically impossible to study for any middle class Indian student to study at Stanford, because 60 to 75 lakh rupees, that too per year. If someone would have asked you this much amount for even 4 years, that would have been very difficult. Forget about 1 year expenses. So here, what Stanford says that we are committed, we have limited funds, but we are committed towards educating any person, any student from any country, any background. If he or she does not have ample support or ample finances, but he has the capability, then we will support that student in pursuing his or her education. Now, there is one more statistics mentioned on the Stanford website, that around about two-thirds of our students receive some form of aid to attend Stanford. 58% receive scholarships from Stanford. So there is a good percentage of students who get aid, who get some financial help to attend Stanford, and that's a big number, isn't it? So this is pretty great. Now moving forward, nearly half receive need-based scholarship from Stanford and pay an average of $14,000 toward their bills after grant aid is applied. So $14,000 is also like you get a very reduced and subsidized rates, isn't it? And I would like to show you these 2 news articles. So there was a girl, she got 100% scholarship from Stanford. She was from Uttar Pradesh. How many of you are from Uttar Pradesh, UP? So she was from Uttar Pradesh, a small town in Uttar Pradesh, Mau, MAU, Mau. From Mau, she went to Stanford at 100% scholarship. This was a news covered on 5th of January 2023 by Times Now. Second news was covered by The Print. Again, a UP village to Stanford University on 100% scholarship. How this Aligarh teen's dream came true. This Aligarh town boy, he also went to Stanford at 100% scholarship. So there has been multiple newses, there has been multiple incidences where students have gone to Stanford, and many to Stanford on 100% full scholarship. Because if a student or if a girl going from a very kind of village kind of place does not have that capacity to study at these colleges, then you can very easily understand that this not would be only covering the entire tuition fees, but rather they would be covering their food bills, their housing allowances and everything, isn't it? So they are able to study at Stanford. Now moving forward, once a student completes his or her degree at Stanford, after that they work at some of the top companies across the world. Some of them being Bain & Company, Boston Consulting Group, Broadridge. So these companies are some of the top companies like Google, Simpler, Alpine Investors, Atraxia Partners. These are the top companies. So this is the top college. So obviously getting a job at some of the top companies is no such wonder, isn't it? Fine. So at last I would like to say that with this, I'm very optimistic that a lot of you would have got this feeling or hope or dream that you also want to study at Stanford. And if I'm not wrong, then you would be needing some help on that, isn't it? Because if you are a newbie and you want to study at Stanford or Harvard or for that example any college, you would be needing some help that how you have to prepare your documents, how you have to prepare your letter of recommendation, your essays, or like anything. So we are here. My entire team is here to help you out. So I have given a Google form in the description box. In that Google form, you can simply punch in your details. You can write down the questions, which questions you want to ask, in which type of help do you need. Counselors from my team would be calling you in next 24 to 48 hours, and they would be helping you out that whatever be your doubt, you can ask with them, and then you can get that help. Fine. So with this, it's time to say goodbye. See you all in the next session, and you can get this help from the description box. So utilize this opportunity judiciously. Fine. So see you all in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Good night.